Hey, Justin Chamness here, realestatewholesalersclub.com. I'm coming to you right now with day 3 of the outsourced co-wholesale 2.0 reveal, guys. This is where I'm showing you like everything, really. Okay. I'm really excited about this because co-wholesale has meant a lot to me in my business, guys. Co-wholesale has saved me in a pinch more than once. Okay. And I really mean that. Situations where I've got a bill, situations where I've got something that's, you know what I'm talking about, right? Weighing on you a little bit. And, hey, I'm not immune to that stuff, right? You guys aren't either. Nobody is, I don't think. Maybe some people. Most of us out here, we know what it's like to have a bill and be like, oh my gosh, and not have any real prospects or anything cooking. And at that very moment, like have a partner of mine that I've done a deal with before, or maybe a new JV partner that found me. Okay, because I put it out there into the world that I JV with people if it's the right situation, the right time, right place. So people will bring deals to me. I've had them bring deals to me and say, hey, can you place a buyer for this? And we'll split the assignment fee. Hey, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. See, that has saved me in more than once. It's a bunch, guys. And you could ask my wife and she'll say, yeah, that's really been important for Justin and our and our family, because he's made money doing that. So it's a great thing to learn to do, guys. You can do this anywhere, though. You can do it in any marketplace that you want to go. I don't care where you live. You can live in the islands, and you can live in the Philippines if you want. Retire. You can be an expat and still do these kinds of deals from where you are, as long as you have internet connection. And you can outsource too. Okay. So this is really what this is about, is that the putting together the machine. We talked about that in day 1, and outsourcing it along the way. How you would outsource it. Yesterday, we talked about how you turn JV partners how you turn JV partner leads into JV partner deals. Okay. We talked about that. All of that is so outsourceable, guys. This is probably the easiest technique to completely outsource. It really is. It probably really is the easiest. If there's an easier technique to outsource completely, I do not know what it is. Okay. This is so simple. And you can see from the last 2 days of video that we made here at noon. By the way, welcome. If you're watching out there, I'm glad to see you here, guys. Those last 2 days, we talked about getting set up, finding JV partner leads. Like, how do you find these active wholesalers with deals? How do you contact them, get in touch with them, get them to JV with you? I showed you very briefly an updated JV agreement, which is like a marketing, we call it the marketing agreement. And it's an addendum to the original purchase and sale agreement that your partner wholesaler or potential partner wholesaler and the homeowner have, right? He has a property deal under contract. You're going to bring the buyer. This marketing agreement, it's an addendum to that right there. If he signs it right away, that's a permission slip. It's everything you need, plus your invoice, really. Besides that, an assignment agreement when you get your buyer in place. Your JV partner will probably provide that. We talked about all of that yesterday. Today, what we're talking about is doing the disposition side. So up until now, we've only been talking about acquisitions. Okay. Easily outsourceable. Today, we're talking about doing dispositions. So I'm going to show you this is actually realestatewholesalersclub.com. Guys, right now, save 15% on VIP group coaching. Look at this. I lowered the price. This is a Corona special. It's $97 today, then $47 a month thereafter. Cancel anytime. And you can save 15% on that if you want to get in on that. But what we're looking at today is the virtual co-wholesale 2.0 right there. This is the build your business and outsource it at the same time. Okay, so this is what the course looks like. You guys have seen this every day this week. And so far, we have slid down the page and we've done the main module video where we talked about building an acquisitions team and then also building a dispositions team. Then we jump right into what tools you're going to need, what programs, what software, blah, blah, that kind of stuff. Okay. We lay it out there in list fashion for you. We provided you there with all that information. Plus, in the button here, tools for doing, VA stuff, hiring one, managing one, right? That's the hardest part, guys. I've had a couple people come to me this week and say they're having problems with their VA. Okay. And that's understandable. A lot of it, if you have a good VA, is communication, guys. All right. So there's some training in there for you too on that. And then we have done this section, which is the outsourced co-wholesale acquisitions team building. Okay. We went through these yesterday and the day before. So today we're moving forward into talking about doing the disposition side. This is huge, guys. Disposition side is big time. All right. This is the machine. This is the system that drives this entire business. In other words, if you're a co-wholesale expert, you've got a disposition side put together that is okay, good. You need to have a good disposition side if you're going to do this virtually, right? And I'm going to show you how you can do these deals virtually with these JV partner wholesalers here, right? Okay. And outsource it now. But you're going to need to have cash buyers lists in those market areas to sell these deals to, right? How do you get cash buyers lists? So that's the real question here, guys. How do you get cash buyers lists? When we're talking about dispositions, you have to start with a cash buyers list. Thank you, everybody that's jumping on here and watching. If you've got comments, put them in the chat, and I'll throw them on the screen here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and go back to share screen. I'll go back to the course. And you can see here, the first video is build buyers lists in 5 markets at a time. Guys, I recommend you do this at 5 markets at a time. I want you to have a goal of having at least 15 markets that you're playing in. Does that seem crazy? 15 markets? I don't think that sounds crazy at all, guys. We live in a digital world here. We're in a digital age. There's nothing that says you cannot have 15 markets, right? You could totally do 15 markets, and you should. You should do 15 markets. So let me go over here to StreamYard and take this take this banner down, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and hop in to this video right here, build buyers lists, 5 markets at a time, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Okay, here we go, guys. Hey there. Welcome to the Real Estate Wholesalers Club. I'm Justin Chamness, and today I wanted to make a quick video about how to get a cash buyers list. First of all, in this day and age, it's really become a different game than it used to be. And I want to show you exactly how you can build a cash buyers list for your real estate wholesalers business in 2020 in a matter of a few minutes. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Anubis over on the YouTube channel. There was a comment. Let me show it to you right here. It says, watch this video. He's talking about the virtual co-wholesale, guys. He's watching one of our free courses over at realestatewholesalersclub.com. If you want to go through some free trainings and you want free agreements and all that, that's all you got to do. Just go check it out at realestatewholesalersclub.com. But anyway, Anubis says, watch this before bed last night. Woke up this morning, was able to get 252 cash buyers on my list in 2.5 hours. On to the next step. Absolutely. Hey, thank you, Anubis, for sharing that with us. I'm glad that it worked for you. I'm glad those techniques are really proving out for you. And I want to share what those techniques are. We've had some questions from folks saying, hey, how did that guy pull that off? And well, it was actually pretty simple. 252 cash buyers in 2.5 hours. Let me show you how I recommend you go about doing building your cash buyers list for 2020 if you want to have a dynamite real estate wholesaler business. All right, the first thing that I recommend you doing is establishing an account on Craigslist. Guys, Craigslist is still the biggest thing out there when it comes to people marketing, really. I think it's become that in Facebook Marketplace, really. So don't neglect Craigslist. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. All right. A lot of people still go to Craigslist looking for property deals and also to like list their property deals. So anyway, I'm just going to show you real quickly how to do an ad on Craigslist. Now, Craigslist is going to bring in the drip of cash buyers. Okay, you're going to get a handful maybe every week. And so what you want to do, you're not going to have hundreds and hundreds of people run into your cash buyers list off Craigslist, but this is something you do want to have running in the background, and it will bring some really solid, strong buyers your way. You're going to find fix and flippers this way. You're going to find landlord buyers. You're going to find folks that buy at 70% all in, 75, 80, 85%, and sometimes maybe even more. All right, so here's how you post an ad on Craigslist without spending a lot of time talking about how to post an ad on Craigslist, because most of you know how. I'm just going to hit the highlights for you. All right, so when you go to Craigslist and you post an ad, this is the page that pops up. Okay, you want to go over here and you want to click housing offered. Okay, and when you do that, it pulls up this page, and you want to put this ad over here in the let's see, real estate by owner. Okay, you see how I checked that? All right, now it pulls up the template so that I can start adding in information. Okay, so let's just add in a little bit of information. Oh, look, it already popped up some things. Wholesale property contracts for sale. That's not a bad title. You could do that. You could change it. You could word it differently, but that's the gist of the entire ad. Okay, city or neighborhood, that's your local marketplace. Pick a zip code. It is a must. You must have a zip code. Okay, and then in the description, you want to say something like, hi, my name is, okay, I am a real estate investor and I get too many property deals to personally use. If you are a fix and flipper or a landlord or looking for investment property deals, call me, text me, let me know. I would like to share these property deals with you, Justin. Anything like that, guys. Okay, you see how that's not rocket science? I just kind of wording it right here off the hat. Yeah, because every time I do one, I want to word it a little bit differently. And I want to post an ad like this about once, twice, 3 times a day for the first 7 days of my real estate wholesaler business. After that, I'm going to be able to renew them. Okay, so I won't have to, build it from scratch every single day. You want to come down here to the price. You want to pick a price that's in the median price range for your area. All right. I like to do something about like this, 140,000. That's pretty cool for my area. And make sure you don't leave it checked apartment. You want to come down here and click house. Okay. Leave bedrooms blank. Leave all that blank. Come down here. Make sure that they can contact you with, texting or a phone or however, so that you can start building your list. I recommend that you always have Craigslist running in the background all the time, all the time. Technique number 2. I recommend you join every Facebook group in your local area or your market area. Every Facebook group, join them. That's about real estate. Okay. If it's about real estate, you better be in it. This is the easiest way to get big numbers when it comes to doing cash buyer list building. All right, you see this search bar? I'm on Facebook right now. You can tell. You see this search bar right at the top? This right here is your golden ticket. All right, don't neglect the search bar. You see when I put cash buyers in there, it pulls up all kinds of stuff. Yeah, because there's loads and loads of cash buyers on Facebook already. So you can definitely search for cash buyers with the search bar as well. I do recommend doing that. However, let me show you something about these groups that you just joined. Many of them have cash buyer lists already right there on them because other people are doing what I'm talking about. And some of these groups are about real estate and they don't mind sharing cash buyers. This is a Facebook page. It's a group, but it's the biggest real estate group in my local market. Okay. But this page is an awesome page. And you probably have a page like that right here in your local market. So here's what you're going to want to do with some of these Facebook groups. You're going to want to post just like they allow you to post, like you do everywhere else, but post a similar message to the Craigslist one that you just put on Craigslist. And do this no more than about once a month. Okay? Don't wear these people out and make them hate you, but do it about once a month. And then from there, what you can do is you can research because a lot of folks have already posted and there's lists of cash buyers probably. Let me show you this one. Oh, look at that. What's that say? Get on the cash buyers list. Wait a minute. Look at that. There's 125 people who have commented with their emails and names already. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's 125 people on your cash buyers list in seconds. Seconds. You can't get no better than that. If you're not doing real estate wholesaling, it's because you're kidding yourself. This shit is out there. It used to be just real hard, guys. It used to be snail mail and hard cold call dialing. But right now, you're crazy if you're not getting into real estate. I'm just letting you know. Hey, that's how it is. If you want to get started, go over to realestatewholesalersclub.com. I've got a great gift I want to give you. Go to realestatewholesalersclub.com. There's free training for co-wholesaling and for wholesaling lease options, both. Also, if you just subscribe over there for free, I'll send you an additional free training course about how to get started right in real estate wholesaling in your business management 101. Okay. Love you guys. I really do. Hope this helped. Get out there and get that cash buyers list in your local. If you're doing lease options, I don't care. Go ahead and be a full-fledged real estate wholesaler and get that cash buyers list too. Once you have that cash buyers list, you got an asset. You can do all kinds of things to monetize this thing. Stick around. We'll talk about it more. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Shut up, money. Yeah. All right, guys. That's the video, the main module video. I hope you enjoyed that. Man, that guy gets excited. That guy gets excited. He's a little preachy, but I mean it, really. I do. So I hope that at least counts for something. All right. I really do. I mean it. So that was the video. And we talked about building cash buyers list. That's really what we're talking about today. Now, guys, that was just a drop in the bucket, to be honest with you. There's a lot of ways that you and a virtual assistant team or a virtual assistant can build tremendous cash buyers lists in every single market that you want to go into. That is just one set of examples that I highly recommend. Okay. But remember, we are creative real estate investors. So we're not just pigeonholed into one or two traditional ideas. I was talking about traditional ideas there, like, old school mail and, going to all these club meetings personally and handing out your business cards. Still all, great ideas. They still work, but there's just a lot cooler ways to get it done. Okay. So you can get it done way easier now without having to do all the time investment of going to all these club meetings everywhere and handing out business cards and collecting business cards, or going to auctions and collecting business, property auctions, like the courthouse steps. Okay. And collecting business cards, all great ways to find buyers. But guys, there's easier ways that save gas. Okay. You want to save gas money. All right. So I want to show you again, the course is right here. And what it is here, the video we just watched right here, 252 cash buyers in 2.5 hours, I think is what it's called. And then you can click the button, outsource this step. When you do click that button, there is a folder that pops up and it looks just like this one. This folder here has 3 other folders inside it, plus it has a cash buyer list template, okay, which is a Excel spreadsheet for your cash buyer VA, okay, to start collecting and producing data here, all right, for actionable data, right, so you can use it in your business. Also, if you take a look here, there's a video that says use a VA to build cash buyers list, so more training on that. Plus, I'm going to go through these folders. The top one says using PropStream to find buyers. This is especially important because I don't know if you have PropStream or not. It's a great tool, especially for finding property values and getting data and understanding the market you're looking at and so on and so forth. But it's great for pulling data too. And I had Burton. A lot of people have seen this video, very, very popular on YouTube, and I've added it to this course because it's a prudent time to watch it. Hey, this is Justin with the Real Estate Wholesalers Club, and today I want to show you a secret method. This is something that almost no one knows, guys. Very secret. I'm going to show you. This is how you find the best cash buyers in any market that fast. And I'm talking about a real, you want to go right to who's doing the biggest deals and the biggest amount of deals in your city. I'm about to show you how. Stay tuned. Sometimes you got to get the tools, do the deal. Burton Alicondo from PropStream was very kind. He offered to show us this strategy. Okay, this is what the advanced guys are doing, guys. This is a secret method for finding the best cash buyers in any market using PropStream. So now let's jump right in. Burton's going to show us specifically how to do this secret technique to get this secret cash buyers list.
I'm going to keep my promise. I told you guys I'm going to show you how to find buyers that you're not going to see in any platform.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Check out what you can do in our system. So I'm going to show you guys the typical way most people pull a buyer's list. So I go to Los Angeles County, or any county for that matter, and this is what most people do.
All right, so Burton is showing us the usual way of doing things, and then he's going to show us the advanced secret way of doing things.
They'll go to a certain area and they'll extract cash buyer records. But what they'll do is they'll go to the filter and they'll say, I want a non-owner occupied, which is important. You don't want to find a buyer who's buying a house and living in there, right? That's most likely a personal purchase. Yeah. So you want non-owner occupied cash buyers. And then the next step people will do is match their property characteristics, right? So if I have a contract that's single family, I need a single family buyer, so forth and so forth, right? So nothing new there. Next, they'll go to ownership info, and then they'll specify a date range, because you're not trying to find a buyer 5 years ago. You're trying to find a buyer, in this case, that bought, let's say, the beginning of the year. So starting January 1st of this year up until today, and that buyer is either corporate or individual, let's say individuals. So I just built a list of 708 potential cash buyers, right? So now I'm going to take these single family buyers in Los Angeles and I'm going to market my contract to all of them, right? So it's 700 voicemail drops, 700 postcards, and so forth, right? The challenge though is I don't really know why they bought it. Like, all I know is that on detail, they sound like a buyer, right? It's non-owner occupied. They bought it in cash. If they bought it within 6 months, that's all I know, really. Like, I really have to get my postcards to them and wait for someone to call me back. And then I know, okay, well, this person that called me back is
right,
an investor. Right. But guess what, guys?
Okay, so now Burton is going to show us the secret way. This is the advanced way. This is the way the advanced kids are playing out on the playground, y'all. So here, watch this. He's off on some ninja shit.
You have access to the MLS. It's important. In this search, you're not going to find it any other platform. And this is a search I discovered last year, and I was like, whoa. So here's what you can do. You can actually specify when the buyers bought. So think like a buyer, okay? So a buyer would buy a property, and then they would rehab it and then they would flip it either privately or through the market, right? Well, because you have MLS status, you can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a buyer from January, and then I got to cap a range. So January to the end of March, March 31st. So here are my individual buyers that bought in the first quarter, right? 261 of them. So 261 cash buyers, individuals that bought between January and March. So here's what I would do if I bought a property between January and March. I would buy it. And then once I bought it, I would get my contractors to rehab it, whether it took a month or two. And then I would list it, right? So if they bought it between January and March, then I'm looking for a buyer that would then list it after March. So I'm looking for a buyer that would list it either on or after April 1st. So again,
Wow.
They bought it January to March, and then they rehabbed it, and then they listed it right after.
Yeah.
Of the 261, and let's make sure it's not rental listing. I mean, it could be. So now I would know my cash. I have 13 solid buyers. And how do I know that they're solid buyers? Look, I'm going to click on this property. I get to see the cash sale amount. So Maria Castro here, who lives in Reseda, California, not even in Northridge. She lives in Reseda. I know my buyer's name, my buyer's address, first thing. I know how much buying power my buyer has, 165. I know when she bought the property, February of this year. And because I have MLS details, I know what she's listing the property for.
Wow.
Did you guys see how much money she's making?
Yeah.
165
versus what was it? 665?
That's a $500,000 profit, and I get to see her rehab. Look at the rehab she did.
Wow, look at that.
Guys, this isn't just a buyer that bought a property and I don't know what they did with it. Right. This is a buyer that bought a property and then listed it right after. And here's her rehab. Wow. So she must have found a very distressed homeowner, maybe using our system. You never know. So she found a distressed buyer, bought it from Mario, could have been her husband. So man, looks like maybe it's a family relative, but bought from him and then listed the property for 665. And guess what? That's for every one of them. I can go to this one. Let's see, this one looks like a good one. Oh, this one looks nice. So this one, 250 and is listed for 389, $139,000 profit. So I know my buyer is Ulrich Usher and his address in Lancaster.
Isn't that some crazy stuff right there, guys? That's next level. That's next level. And that's a technique that we use. You can use this technique anywhere in any marketplace to find the most active. Now, what are these going to be? Fix and flippers. Okay. These are going to be the most active fixing and flipping. Okay. And some of you might be saying, well, are they even doing anything right now? Yeah, they are. I've got a buddy in town here. His name is Ian. You guys probably know him out there if you're from my local market. Great guy, runs a great business, has a great YouTube channel, a great Instagram channel. And he's a great buyer, and he buys from me from time to time too. So I love that. And thank you very much, Ian, if you're watching this. However, I just saw Ian post on Facebook, and I had a conversation with him myself about 2 weeks ago, where he was saying that he had just finished fixing a property and had put it on the market and had a contract and an acceptable offer within 5 hours. And you guys think this lockdown thing has shut the entire world down and ain't nobody doing nothing. That is just wrong, guys. Okay. In some places, it's in some, well, not places, but in some techniques, maybe. Okay. I'm not doing bank owned wholesaling at the moment, but I am doing creative real estate. There are still cash buyers buying. This is how you build a great cash buyers list. That's what we're talking about today. Now, there are other ideas on building cash buyers lists, and that one was put in the VIP group the other day, by the way, which I showed you earlier, is on the website at realestatewholesalersclub.com. It's $97, and then 97 and 47. to continue every month, cancel anytime, whatever. But anyway, in this, it's ridiculously cheap. You can even save 15%. Okay. So, in the chat room though, in the VIP chat the other day, somebody said that it was a great way to find landlord buyers too in most markets nowadays, or a lot of markets, let's say, is a lot of landlords have to register with the city as a landlord. Okay. In where I live, that is also a requirement. Okay. So you have to register every rental property that you own with the city as a rental property. So on and so forth. Probably has to do with how they view the property, the city does, how they tax it, how they want to police it, blah, blah, blah. All right. The neighborhood, so on and so forth. They want to know, is this a rental neighborhood or is these homeowners? Okay. That's important probably to the police and so on and so forth, and other government officials. But for whatever reason, they make all of the landlords register. Okay. Well, that is public information. Okay. So you can go down with the Freedom of Information Act and get a list of all of the registered properties. All right. You might have to do a little skip trace action, find the homeowner, which is a landlord in every single case. Now you've got a list of local active landlord buyers. Okay, so that's a great tip that somebody put in the VIP the other day. Wonderful tip. Thank you, whoever did that, by the way. I love you guys in the VIP. Sometimes I feel like you guys in the VIP are smarter than me, and you probably are. Okay, so anyway, let me share screen with you again, and let's talk more about what's in these folders. We just did the PropStream folder. Let's go back here to the main folder and look. It says the PropStream folder there. We did that to find buyers. We just went through that a little bit, and then now there's a folder that's called VA calling buyers. Okay, let's take a look inside that folder. You can see inside that folder there is a PDF that is a buyer information sheet. So when your virtual assistants are calling these potential buyers, they have a sheet that they can fill in so the information doesn't get lost in translation, so on and so forth. Okay, this is also something then that you can take and add the information to your CRM. Then also, I will show you, I have a script here for when you call when your VA calls cash buyers. Okay, you can call cash buyers too, and in some cases, many cases, you'll want to. Right? These are the customers, guys. These are guys with the money. So you definitely want to have relationships with them. Okay. All right. If you can. All right. The ones that will let you. So here's a script for that. All right. Now let's go back to the main folder and we'll take a look here. There is another folder that says VA marketing for buyers. Okay. Let's take a look inside that folder. It says here, there's a Word document that's a Craigslist ad template for Craigslist. All right. And then there's another one that says instructions for posting on Craigslist. Okay. Now let's take a look at that real quick, guys. This is pretty big. There's all sorts of different ads here. Okay. I don't know how many pages, a few pages, 7 pages of various ad templates for Craigslist. So I did talk about that particular strategy for building your buyers list in the video when we first started. So that is a tool to help you do that. Those messages can also be used on Facebook and other social media and in other places on, any other marketing that you use. It's not just Craigslist but you do want to use them there. Okay. I hope that makes sense, guys. Lots of great, incredible ways to build cash buyers lists. So long story short, you've got a team developed that can produce these JV partner leads, right? Active wholesalers, and can get these wholesalers to agree to do a joint venture with you if you bring a qualified cash buyer to the table to do the deal quickly. So you've got that developed. Now you're working today on building a disposition side, which will, first of all, be experts at building cash buyers lists in whatever market your deals are in. Okay. Does that make sense? Now, you also, tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to advertise these deals. All right. And you're going to want to advertise these. You're going to want to do some marketing with these. but it is so much easier and consistent. And don't we love consistent? Don't we love it? Doesn't it make our hearts feel warm? Doesn't it give us peace of mind? Doesn't it make us sleep better at night when things stay consistent? Yes. When your business is consistent, guys, it's heaven. It's heaven. Okay. When you know that you can pay the freaking cable bill. Nice. Nice. I'm not Grant Cardone. I'm not super ultra rich. I don't even fucking want to be. Right? I just want to live real good. Okay? And peaceful. That's what I want. I made my peace with God. Now I'm just trying to live my peace out with man. Dig? You guys understand me? You guys are so quiet in the comments today. I hope that's because you're learning something, maybe taking a few notes. Anyway, I love you guys. Go out there and build a cash buyers list. You might be saying, hey, I'm not really trying to do anything virtual. I'm trying to do straight ugly house wholesaling in my local market. Well, you know what? These cash buyer building techniques are super ninja. All right. And good for you. If you want to link to the prop stream, that'll save you some money. It's on the website over there. If you want a discount on my products, you can use Shut Up Money coupon code. Okay. And if you're just looking for something to get started for free, you can go over there and get some free training too, guys. All right. That's my offer to you. It's free. I love you. I hope you get some use out of it. A lot of people do deals without paying any money. I mean, I've given away a lot of the step-by-step stuff here with the agreements. So, like, I'm for real. Get started. Just get started. Get started on me. Okay. Hey, Harold, good to see you. Bobby Jam, man, I love that name. Thank you, sir. And Harold, thank you, sir. You're a great guy. We should talk sometime, man. You're always watching me, and I don't think we've ever met, man. If we have, I don't remember. All right. Tomorrow we're talking about how to sell off these deals to your cash buyers list and advertise them in other places as well. All right, which is kind of an important thing. And a lot of people, we're going to talk about writing a good property ad tomorrow. That's tough to do sometimes. When you're new, you don't know, hey, what do I say about this property deal? How do I say it? And there's a little thing there too. A little thing. Okay. You got to be careful. You got to be careful because you are not if you're not a realtor, right? You can't advertise the property as for sale, like you're selling properties. Okay. Now it's getting more and more scrutinized that way. And probably rightfully so. You're not a realtor. Don't try to look like one. Don't even accidentally appear to be one. Okay. So we're going to talk about verbiage tomorrow too. We're going to talk about verbiage. I'm going to play you some good stuff, and we're going to talk about how to do it right. Okay. So you stay safe, you stay out of trouble, and you make that shut up money. Okay. That's what it's all about, guys. Getting that shut up money. So until next time, tomorrow at noon, you guys be blessed and prosper.